Yeah. Yeah.
Acknowledge me.
WWE fan.
Shut up, bitch.
Test 1, 2. Here we come, y'all. Here we come. Here we come. Just getting YouTube together.
Yeah.
What's good, people? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Budget Cut Podcast, brought to you by MT Darkness and DopeContent.com.
Yeah.
We are here. WWE fan is in here talking crazy already. He's trying to get banned, is what it looks like. You know, because he's talking about Dez doing this and Dez that. You know, whatever. You and Dez could kick rocks. How about that? Let me see something. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure everything is running smoothly because it's a lot running on my computer right now between code, whatever this co-star is on Twitch, TikTok, which we probably ain't gonna be able to do TikTok, so I'm about to log off TikTok now. Dang, it's a lot of people that came in on TikTok too.
Oh shoot, run it up.
Yeah, but shoot, if it's gonna be looking crazy and jumpy, we ain't gonna do this. We are not gonna do this. So yeah, I'm gonna log off TikTok. If you're on TikTok, go to twitch.com or go to YouTube, Dope Content, MT Darkness, because we're not gonna do the TikTok tonight, because TikTok is making my computer run super slow with all these other apps with YouTube and Twitch going. So go ahead and go to Dope Content's Twitch. Go to MT Darkness Twitch with 2 5s instead of S's. Go to Dope Content YouTube. We're live over there. I'm about to shut TikTok down because it's taking up way too much CPU. So we go end that real quick. WWE fan, appreciate you coming in. As somebody on TikTok, right when I exit, just randomly came in. My dad passed away last month. The pain really hurts. I'm sorry to hear that, but why do y'all come in random streamers chat and bring that energy? That's the first thing you say. You don't say hello. You don't say, hey man, I'm new to the stream, yada yada. You come in with that bullshit. That's how we start. Yeah, TikTok is shut down. We're done. We're done with TikTok. We're on YouTube and Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. The hell was that? If you join on YouTube or Twitch, appreciate you. Dark froze on my screen. I froze on my screen.
Oh no. Hi, Scoron, what's up, bro? How you doing? Oh, can people hear me? Nope, they can't. Oh, the mic was off. Okay.
They can't hear you?
The mic's not even set up properly. Oh, Lord. It's been a minute. Hey, there we go. Hi, Scoron, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, shoot.
We froze.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Are you good on your stream?
On me? Yeah, I'm good over here. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out over here.
Go see our lovely faces. Yeah.
Yeah, you will. Cause like everything is working. The likes and comments are working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think we're back. I don't know what's going on. I'm over it. I'm over it already. We just started back and I'm over it already. And you know what happened? My OBS updated today.
Right in the middle of everything? Oh, earlier.
Right before we start. Okay. Yeah, it updated.
Right.
I accidentally clicked yes. I normally don't click yes, and I did this time. Let me see something. Let me turn this off. I think I know what's going on. Anyway, before we get started, how's your day? We're talking to ladies in wrestling, man. How's your day going? How's everything been with you since the last time we've been on stream? How's everything going with you?
Everything's been going good. This week was pretty crazy, but I think it's been crazy for a lot of people. Work is starting to pick up again, which is good.
Is it?
Got a couple of... It is when you've had a summer of just basically doing nothing. So it's good for... It'll be good for me for the next 2 months, I'll say. It'll help me get back into the swing of things, and then by the end of that, I'll be ready to go back to summertime. So, but for right now, it's okay. Keeping me productive and everything like that. And had a pretty good weekend, too. So everything's going all right with me. How about yourself, Dope? How you doing?
It's hot as hell in Texas. Did we freeze again? I think we're freezing, but we're not. Well, like all of a sudden we're freezing on my end, and everything was working just fine. I got rid of TikTok. Shit is crazy. Are we still moving on your end?
Oh yeah, we're still. Everybody
okay,
can see us
well, if we can still move on your end, then I'll take it. But god dog, bro, this is maddening, and I still ain't finished set up a freaking YouTube thumbnail and all that crap yet. So we just sitting here. But we're here talking wrestling. The title on my YouTube thumbnail is, the Battle of the Tribal Chief, because we've now seen Roman 2 weeks in a row, and he's been going at it with Solo Sikoa, which is nice to see. Let me make sure I'm good over here. So, but you know how we do it. We go straight to through the week and just kind of go over, the best. We're switching it up. We're not giving you the whole rundown like we used to, because it's not necessary anymore. It's not necessary to give you the whole rundown anymore. It's just stupid to do. So we're gonna, talk about what we like and dislike. So Monday Night Raw, one thing that stood out to me, these last 2 weeks is the Judgment Day. Did we talk about the Judgment Day, Tony? We did, because that was after SummerSlam. So
we did, yep.
What you think about the Judgment Day and the new version of the Judgment Day? They say it's no leaders, but we know Finn is the leader.
Oh yeah, big time, he is the leader. I like the new Judgment Day dynamic, kind of, with the exception of Carlito. I guess Carlito's the one part of it for me that's still, I need him to show me something.
Really?
Because and I don't mean that in like respect to his his ability as a wrestler or anything like that. But so far he's just been like the comic relief, sort of like the R-Truth character, where like he's in the group and nobody has wanted him up until this point where he's officially been a member. So I want to see more from him in the group. So JD, I'm kind of okay with where he's at, and I'm hoping that he'll get the chance to shine soon. Liv and Dom, I would say they're 1A to Finn's they're 1B to Finn's 1A. Like, those two together are probably the second biggest part of that group. Probably, in a lot of people's opinions, overshadowing Finn at this point right now. Their dynamic is fantastic, and the amount of heat that Liv obtained so quickly just by stealing Dom from Rhea has been insane. So far I like the new Judgment Day. There's a few things I just want to see about how it's going to go in the future, but right now I give him a passing grade. I give him a solid B right now.
Rob,
there's room for there could be room for there is room for improvement, and we'll see if they fail. Because if they fail, I don't know.
that's gonna be tough. Rob, what's good? Adam always come in and wants us to just skip up our order and talk about like predictions and all. Every time he comes in on YouTube, he wants us to skip the order that we're doing and like y'all doing all in predictions. We are, but we're not there yet. We just got on Raw. How did you like that brawl that they did Monday with Liv?
I thought that was awesome.
That was pretty dope.
Awesome. Yeah,
nostalgia feel for me on that one.
I was gonna say, and I feel like when that we're gonna be seeing a lot more of that when they move to Netflix too. Right now, it seems like we're getting like just a little taste test of what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm waiting for it. Especially when they go to Netflix, they'll be able to let loose with their promos and stuff like that a little bit more. They'll have more freedom. So, because they're going to be going to TV 14, they can get away with a lot more stuff. So, right now, Raw's on fire right now. So,
yeah.
And it's interesting because I just watched a what was it? It was like a video documentary by a YouTuber, and I'm gonna try and find his name. But he did a 30-minute video on Raw from 2018 to 2019.
Dang.
And it was bad. I forgot how bad it was. I think I blocked some things out of my memory. But it was real bad. It was real bad. So I'm just glad we're here now.
All I can think about is getting on and just mad. Just every week, every Sunday, we get on, we're just pissed. Yeah. We're like, what the hell just happened, Dark? Are you here? I see him on screen. Oh my God, bro. What the hell just happened, bro?
Oh, Lord.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You back.
What the fuck is going on? It just went off by itself, but you were still on screen and I wasn't on screen, and it's my screen. Like, I don't understand why we can hear and see you perfectly fine and I'm the one that disappeared. Like this is, man. Okay, whatever, man. Stalking you, appreciate it coming through. This is the part I don't miss about the streaming and the podcast, dealing with all this BS, bro. This is dumb. OBS did an update and I accidentally clicked yes, so maybe that's what it is. It's been acting stupid ever since. But Adam said the Miz might turn heel. I don't know what to do with the Miz. I see a lot of people talking stupid online about the Miz though, and I see a lot of people talking dumb with just about Judgment Day. One guy was like, the Judgment Day was an epic failure. I was like, what are you talking about? Epic failure.
That's pretty crazy to say.
A group come together, they don't have any storylines, they don't have any purpose of coming together, they just come together and yada yada. So it sucked. Now they
Oh man. Dope is having a time right now.
My mic stand is broke.
Oh my Lord.
It's broke.
The mic stand? Jesus Christ.
It won't. Anyway.
This is one of those anything that can go wrong will go wrong type of shows right now.
Bro, like what the F is going on today, dog?
Crazy.
Like I'm just sitting there and I'm like, why I keep dropping? And it's dropping, and so I'm like, yo, what's going on? Then I, start twisting and tightening up, and it's broke. So, anyway, Judgment Day. This shit, I can't even find my other mic too. Judgment Day, I think it was a success. WWE fan, it broke by itself, bro. I ain't got nothing to say right now. Like I really want to just start cussing right now, to be honest, and low key just punch a hole in the wall right now because this mic stand was not cheap. That just pissed me off. It really pissed me off. But Judgment Day, man, I love the brawl Monday. It was pretty dope. Bronson Reed, I love what they're finally using Bronson Reed, and they're making him look strong. He straight up destroyed Seth Rollins the other week, and then now R-Truth is hilarious, bro. R-Truth. And Adam, you're right. You know what? You're right now that I think about it. Miz probably is going to turn on R-Truth because R-Truth has been setting Miz up for failure ever since they got together. Ever since they, lost the tag titles to Judgment Day. And the Miz just R-Truth just keeps setting them up. He tried to say the Miz. He ended up getting squashed a couple of times as well. So Bronson Reed, I love what they're doing. The crowd is now caring about Bronson Reed. I absolutely love what he's doing. Hopefully they can keep it going. Do you see that lead? For some reason, I feel like that's going to lead to a Bronson Reed versus Braun Breaker because it feels like Braun Breaker is low-key turning face.
It's hard. It's all the things that they've been doing with him that include like some type of face stuff. They've kept off camera though. But at the same time, they've been also putting them like on YouTube as like an afterwards type of thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they weren't shying away from the stuff that he did after SummerSlam where he's giving praise to Sammy. They showed the handshake on YouTube that
right.
the two of them had after they won at a 2 out of 3 falls match. So I think you might be onto something with that. So that's definitely a possibility.
Him coming out talking about Austin, where do I have any dogs in the house? And everybody just started barking. Mm-hmm. That I'm like, that's a face move right there. Because he know they go react. They already bark when they was booing him. Now, and it was like a 50-50 crowd with him and Sammy this past Monday in they 2 out of 3 falls match, which was fire. They absolutely killed it.
Great match. Yeah.
What you think about that spot where he threw Sammy into the barricade, bro?
Bro, that was freaking insane. These guys, oh my lord, when they're in the ring together, they take it up to like 1,000, and it's fucking fantastic. Like Braun, I'm very happy about where Braun is right now, and whenever I think about Braun, I also get a little like sad and upset because I feel like Carmelo's not in the same spot right now. Carmelo's kind of this is like the 3rd week in a row that he's had a match with Andrade.
Well, they're trying to get those two going and get the fans behind them, which is low key working because these last 3 matches the fans have been involved and they're putting on bangers. I got to give it to them, but it does feel like a WWE 2K rivalry where they're
it's starting to feel like you remember when Sheamus and Cesaro had their like best of 7 series,
bruh,
and that lasted forever. Oh my lord.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's what it feels like now, Rob. We getting there. Matter of fact, Rob, since you brought it up, let's get there. Gunther versus Randy Orton. So I guess the draft just F the draft again, bro.
Oh yeah. No, but that has always been what I've thought about this. So it's, I'm not even surprised that this happened. I think it's hilarious because as soon as Randy came out, I was just like, because we had just had the podcast where all of us were thinking of programs for Gunther coming out of SummerSlam, and then Randy comes out, and then I'm just like, we all knew that this is gonna happen. Why didn't we just participate? Why didn't we just anticipate that a SmackDown person could be involved in this too? I was just like, man, I feel like the rug's been pulled right under me, and it shouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I mean, like, he came out and he didn't tell you why. He didn't say, hey, Adam Pearce worked out a deal with what's his face? I can't even think of his name right now. What's the SmackDown GM?
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis, yeah. He didn't say nothing about that.
He did say that he went to Hunter directly, is what he said. He said after King of the Ring, he's just like, I went to Hunter, and he's just like, yeah, you didn't get pinned. I was just like, well, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I
was like, this man is using his pull, bro. I was like, what the hell?
Okay, so if you knew he didn't get pinned, why did you go ahead and keep the crown on Gunther then, instead of just saying, hey, run that back, like they normally do in certain matches?
I guess he had a lot of faith in Gunther winning that title. I think that's the only thing I can think of.
I'm just saying.
He's like, oh, SummerSlam? He's like, he ain't losing against Priest.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're right. and he didn't. But I love the fact that Gunther, he's that heel that just doesn't give a damn. Like, he's going to say what he got to say. He basically said Randy and his whole family ain't shit. And then Randy gave him that look that normally make people back up. And he was just like, yeah, I said it, and I'm smirking in your face too. What you gonna do about it? So Gunther is he's that guy. Gunther doesn't fear anything, and he shouldn't, because I mean he's Gunther, aka Walter, or FKA Walter, and we already know what type of guy Walter was. So we got our first
killer.
Yeah, we got our first world heavyweight title matchup for Gunther. It's gonna be Randy. Too bad for Randy. I would love to see them shocking and have Randy win, then Gunther get it back. So I really want to see Randy get to 16 and tie Cena and Ric Flair, but it probably won't happen. Cause I think they should find a way to work Randy and Cena for a title one more time before Cena retires.
That if we see that in 2024 or 5, that'll be insane.
I'm just saying.
Don't seen that match too many times.
Bro, career versus streak. They both tied this, you know. I'm just saying that's the good way to end it. Randy wants it.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, Randy already said on the Cody Rhodes Lil Bus podcast he would love to do it with Cena one more time. So we'll see. It'll be crazy. WWE fan says Cena should win the IC title in his last run. I kind of gave my thoughts on Braun Breaker. I think they're trying to build up. I think he's low-key going to turn face, and then they're going to have a eventual matchup with him and I almost said Braun Strowman.
Breaker?
Yeah, Braun Breaker and the guy we talked about earlier, Jonah.
Oh, yeah.
Bronson Reed. I couldn't think of his WWE name. And I knew it wasn't Jonah. So Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, I think they're going to end up going at it. So maybe they'll have, maybe they have Braun take on Dragunov again. He'll probably beat him again. Then Bronson Reed just continue to beat up folks. He might beat up Seth and whoever else. And that's going to go from there. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I really want them to bring Dragunov into Imperium. I know, like, any longtime fans would sometimes, like, any hardcore fans, they'd just be like, oh, man, well, they had such a rivalry in UK. Why would you make them a team? But I'm just like, I think that'd be a great way to get the two together. That would be a good way to rehab Dragunov, because he's been, it's been so tough to watch this with him for me. And, that can build something up for in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think that'd be great. So I think they should do that. So. And I don't know, is Giovanni on SmackDown now?
Yeah, he's the Giovanni model version of Giovanni again. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rob said, "Damn. So what's next for Sammy? Sammy is about to go after the tag team titles with Jey Uso, and what's going to happen is they're going to win the tag team titles on Raw. They're all going to eventually come together for Survivor Series. So you're going to have the Raw tag titles, the tag champions with Sammy and Jey, and then they're going to team back up with Roman. Jimmy's going to come back." And then you're gonna have that bloodline versus the new bloodline, who has the SmackDown tag team champions, and that's just what it's gonna be. That's what I think is gonna happen. I could be wrong, but once Jaden came to Sammy twice and was like, "Hey, we can still fight for the tag titles. Zeus, don't worry about it." I was like, "Okay, I see what they're doing." Your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that's a great idea. But who's the tag champions on
Judgment
on Raw?
Day? So I think Finn and JD.
Finn and JD.
And I think Damon Priest is going to cause.
That's so easy. That's so easy to do. That's so easy to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So Damon Priest and Rhea is going to cost them the titles when they face. I think that's tomorrow, actually. When they face off for the tag titles. I think that's tomorrow. I believe so. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. What you think about their little segment? Why was Drew coming out for the Randy Orton thing anyway?
That's what happened. I was trying to remember what was happening. Okay, so so that's what happened. He came out and then just got nailed by Punk, right?
Yeah, and then Randy Orton RKO'd Gunther.
Yeah, it was a lot happening at once. And then, but did anything really happen? Because didn't they just like fight out into the stands or something like that? And then
CM Punk ended up with his belt, and basically they're setting up a strap match.
Strap match.
Yeah,
yep.
so
he smacked the shit out of him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
the crap out of him. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We good over here.
Shoot.
But we're not on TikTok, so you can cuss. So, so they basically set up a strap match. I mean, it's whatever. Drew is still good in the feud, and he's making me laugh and not online. But I'm kind of like, all right, whatever.
I've been apparently online. This isn't getting very like the feud is starting to die down for a lot of people. I think to a lot of people this is overstaying its welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. I haven't had any issues like that bad of negative opinions about it, but
Right.
like I guess I kind of see where people are coming from. Like and I thought that the match at SummerSlam was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was very surprised to see that a lot of people that wasn't really their bag. So I think people are just like kind of ready for this because it's been dragged out for like 7 months of just talking. I think people are just ready for. Don't be so okay. Good.
Oh, I'm good. I was reading the comment on YouTube. Chump ass is on YouTube.
Okay. But yeah, I think because it's been going on for like 7 months, especially it's been mostly just talking. I think people are ready for that Hell in a Cell match. I think they just want to get to that point, and just have have it be done. So
Yeah, and that's exactly where I'm at with it. It's like, man, they talked for so long because Punk was hurt that it's like they finally got the match. The right guy won, and I understand they're gonna run it back, but it's just like, dang, it's nothing. What else can they say?
yeah,
And then it's to the point where Punk is like contradicting himself because the whole time in SummerSlam, you're trying to grab the bracelet, and the reason you lost is because you was focused on the bracelet, and now you're saying, well, it's not about the bracelet. He can keep the bracelet. Well, why did you do all that then at SummerSlam? Why did you keep trying to take it instead of just whooping his ass then, if that was the case? That's so Ciampa said he thinks it ends at Hell in a Cell. I mean, was pretty much what Dark just said as well.
or they don't have Hell in a Cell, do they? So it's probably gonna be Bad Blood.
It'll be
right?
Bad Blood because that's where the Hell in a Cell first started. Shawn Michaels Undertaker's at Bad Blood. First Hell in a Cell match.
Ooh, I'm actually very excited for that set. I feel like Triple H is gonna do something crazy with that.
Yeah. So
What if we get like the blood drops and everything? Oh man, that'd be dope.
That'll be lovely.
That'd be dope.
That will be lovely. Only thing else on Raw, the Y6 made they debuted 2 weeks ago. I still didn't really watch that match. I watched it, but I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna have to go back and like really sit down and watch it because I was doing other things around the house while it was on. I know they won, and they had their little hug and stuff. And then, but you got Gable, with what is it called? American Made now.
Yeah.
It's too many Americans. Then you got the American Alpha still going at it. And then I can't think of her name. Maxine gets attacked by what's the girl name?
Nikki Cross?
No. From American Made. And she was always with American Alpha. Avi now. My mind is just going blank, bro. All the issues we had today is just like throwing me off right now. Yeah, Avi now attacked Maxine. Everybody act all shocked. I'm like, man, you saw this coming. She's not going away from the Creed brothers. She's not going away from the Creed brothers. Like, yeah, they've been together. They came together and all that. Hey, Rob, eat a D. Cause we not there yet, buddy. But yeah, so that's they're gonna keep beating up American Alpha every time. Like Tozawa finally had a strong showing, but he's gonna lose. When is Otis gonna get his? Is Otis gonna get his? And what does that do for the Y6? Where does that leave them? Who they got next? Who is Nikki Cross gonna fight? Like I got questions.
I don't know why they didn't save this match. I got questions.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just save this for a pay-per-view, honestly. It was cool having something like this after SummerSlam, but I kind of feel like that could have been a big thing for them at SummerSlam to debut down there. I think that would have been a lot better.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't think I have nothing else that stood. Oh, thoughts on Dakota Kai. Yeah, it is Dakota Kai because Asuka is the one that's hurt. Asuka is hurt. And Dakota is hurt too because Dakota's going to be out for a couple of months. So it's just Io and Kairi Sane. as Damage Control taking on whatever the name of that group is, something collective. I can't even remember their name. Sonya Deville, Shayna, and Zoe Starks.
Oh, they have a name finally?
Yeah, it's something stupid and long too, bro. I can't even remember. The Purified Collective. It's something dumb. I didn't like it at all.
I think I like Shooters better. What's his name? Because what's his
Pure
name?
Fusion
Pat
Collective.
McAfee. The what?
Pure Fusion Collective.
What the hell does that even mean?
I was like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
say
I like
that.
it. I like it better when Pat McAfee was calling them the Shooters. I was just like, that's a good name because they are all former MMA artists. So I was just like, go ahead and call them that, bro. Like, that's a great name.
Yeah,
Pure Oxygen. What did you call it? What did you say?
Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah, I'm already fucking it up.
That's what I'm saying. PFC. That's PFC.
But that sounds like a Vince era name. It sounds like something. I'm telling you.
It really does. Like she announced the name. Sonya Deville announced the name in backstage, and everybody was like, oh, "Okay." Pure Fusion Collective. It was like, this was so dumb. But they're going at it with Damage Control. They're trying to turn Damage Control face. The crowd is not. It's like, you got to give us a reason to turn Damage Control face. One Damage Control. And where is Zelina? Like, Zelina got jumped by PFC, and we ain't seen her since. Like, she just disappears. She was kind of getting on the hot streak. She disappeared. So, are they gonna just throw her in? Well, I don't know if they're gonna throw her in with Damage Control. Damage Control beat her up too. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to get the women's tag division going, which I like, because now you got Jade, Bianca, you got the champs, Ala and Alba, then you got PFC, and then you got Damage Control. All four teams are going at it right now, so I kind of like that. And then you still got Kaden and Katana, which they need to be thrown in the mix a little more.
I haven't seen them in a while.
They need to be thrown in the mix a little more. So throw them in the mix. But I like that they're finally starting to trying to use that women's tag team division up. But I don't personally care for the Damage Control versus Pure Fusion Collective rivalry at all that they're trying to build. Don't care about it at all. Rob says Katana got her nose broken. That's just crazy.
Holy crap.
And then he says Caden want him so bad, so you just cap. Just capping as always. You starting off, you was doing good today, Rob, and here you go capping again. Shout out to everybody on YouTube that's coming in and out. Appreciate you. Like the video for us. Subscribe, comment down low. We do respond to y'all. Twitch, y'all already know what it is. Much love to y'all. You got anything else on Raw?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with Raw.
There it is. Let's get on to NXT. Did you see NXT? And if so, what stood out for you?
What is it called? Wes Lee. I saw his I saw his explanation. I thought it was funny because the crowd just kind of agreed with him. And I was just like, thinking back about it. I was thinking about what he was saying, and nothing he was saying was like wrong,
right?
And nothing he was saying was too like egregious or anything like that either. All he was saying was just like, I was with my homies let me down. I had to make do with what I had out of that situation. I ended up being a fantastic singles competitor, and now all of a sudden they want to come back and bring me down again. And he's just like, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you outgrew your friends. That's real life.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
It's like you left us and you went back to your old company and you just left me behind for dead. You guys are killing it, having fun, and I'm by myself. And now, again, like you just said, y'all want to come back and and ride my wave now. So I'm with it. Rob, there's no need to talk about Xavier Woods' heel turn. Shout out to Push Play for making his debut, by the way. No, I'm just playing. Push. If you see this, Odyssey Joe, we love you, Push. We love you, Push. We love you, Push. Yeah, Odyssey Jones, man. It's about time. Good to see him. It's good to see him. That's all I can say about that.
How do you feel about this storyline that they got going with him being like the potential New Day member?
They got to do something with him, man, because the New Day as it is it's kind of dead, bro. So we talk about this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think this gives them it builds on the New Day more. Before they were doing all those pointless stories with what were their names? Authors of Pain. Like every week, it was just the same type of match that they were having all the time. Now they've kind of throw something into the mix, and it makes it more dynamic on the New Day side because every time that Odyssey is mentioned, you can just see Xavier Woods is just battling heavily with the idea of that in his head, and just doesn't want that to be a thing. So, and the fact too that like when Odyssey came backstage to talk with him the first week that he showed up, and Xavier was just like, how do you guys even know each other? He's just like, oh, I didn't tell you? He's like, when I was rehabbing my leg, I was talking to him every day. I was just like...
We rolled around in the ring and everything. Yeah. Like, what? What?
I was like, okay. I was like, where did that come from? And I like also Xavier's dynamic too, because I think Xavier Woods' expressions that he's making and everything that he's saying, that's how the fans and like me especially, and you too probably, Dope, are feeling about this situation too. It's just like, how the hell you gonna like, it's like, nah, Big E was our big dude in the group, bro. How are you gonna just find somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm very positive on this new direction for the New Day.
And that's the thing, like, yeah, they got to give them something. And that's another thing I meant to say about Raw before we get to NXT. Everybody has a story now. And the crazy thing about it, Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, TNA World Champion, he was on Busted Open, actually hosted the show Tuesday, and talked about Raw. And that's the first thing he pointed out. He was like, when I was there, we just had throwaway matches. They'll put me in something. He said, I tried my best to make it feel like something, but it was just throwaway matches. And he was like, there was times where we do have something, and they'll just throw me, Miz, and R-Truth out there to get beat up, and we do the best we could because they didn't rip the show up an hour before Raw. So he said that's one thing that stood out to him, because he said he hasn't really been watching WWE since he left. But he said since he sat down and watched, he said that's the first thing he noticed. Everybody had a story, no matter where you are on the card, just like old school Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and he loved it. So that's one thing I've noticed as well. Everybody has a story, and I'm with it. That's what I like. So NXT, Wes Lee turning. You got Wes Lee and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne turned as well. Pete Dunne turned on Sheamus. He attacked Trick Williams on NXT. He's been clowning Sheamus. He's been clowning Vince. Let me just say Vince, because they just put Sheamus in the storyline. Clowning Vince about that Butch name. Just saying it's the dumbest name he's ever had, and he's just part of the Sheamus show, which is facts. He's not telling a lie. I like what he said. I'm with Pete in this rivalry right here versus Sheamus. Now him attacking Trick, I ain't with all that. Now he got to ease up on Trick, my guy. But him attacking Sheamus, it makes all the sense to me. Adam says, who beats Roxanne for the title? It's time to call her up. I don't know, honestly. I can't think of nobody off the top of my head in NXT. Maybe they call somebody, maybe they bring somebody down. I don't know. Go ahead.
My opinion, I would either bring in Stephanie Vacker.
Yeah.
And Julia is having her last match in Japan on the 25th.
I forgot.
So I think what you do is you strap the rocket to one of those two and just go at it. And whichever one you don't do, you have them start off with other opponents, and then you work that up to stand and deliver. Yeah. Make that the main event, because if you have Julia and Vacker one-on-one, that is going to that'll be one of the best matches of that weekend. 100%. Those two girls go off.
Yeah, and Julia, when she fights somebody else, she's gonna have to tone it down a little bit, because she be smacking the crap out of women.
She be killing people. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we need them to stay alive here at NXT. Julia, don't come out here killing everybody. Hold back a little bit. But I can't wait to see it. I forgot that those two are signed now with NXT. With WWE, I'm sorry. So
really, KM, that's unfortunate. KM saying that Julia and Stephanie have visa problems at the moment. So yeah.
Bruh.
It's WWE. They'll get it figured out. Because Bronson Reed had the same issues. The Iconics had the same issues.
Gunther had the issue too.
Yeah, it's WWE. They'll get it figured out. So that's something I'm not worried about. Wesley turning
Red Sox
on.
fan, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. I'm good.
Wesley turning on the Rascals. I had mixed feelings about it because I was like, man, they just got back together, and I really wanted to see them win the titles, tag titles, but considering how they lost the titles, they really didn't lose them. So I did want to see MSK at least get one more run with it, right, before the turn and all that. But I know why we now know why they did it, because Chase U is now the new tag team champions. And I actually wanted Chase U to lose that match. I didn't want them to beat Frazier and Axiom.
Didn't they have a match with them at Heat Wave? Didn't they have a match at Heat Wave?
Something like
did.
that, yeah. But
Yeah.
everybody was cheering in the arena, and I was like, And I like Chase U. I didn't want them to beat champions again. I didn't want them to beat somebody else should have beat Frazier and Axiom. Hell,
Have they won the tag titles before?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
they've been tag champs before.
I don't remember that at all. It must have not been a great run.
It was short. It was pretty short.
Yeah.
But they've been tag champs before, so they tag champs again. The Good Brothers. Why the Good Brothers haven't won a tag titles in NXT? Why you sending them back down there?
I think that just uses enhancement, honestly.
I don't understand it. I simply don't understand it. Cause I thought the Good Brothers was gonna go down there, get they run, beat up a couple of face tag teams, and build their name up again, kind of like what Corbin did, kind of like what Dolph did back in the day. I like what Ced and Adonis is doing on NXT right now. I'm glad they finally put them down there. Adonis is really standing out with his character work, trying to holler at every female backstage. So I like that they got that going on right now. The Heritage Cup, I care nothing about it no more, bro.
They kind of wrecked it for you.
I have not cared about the Heritage Cup match in so long, bro.
I haven't cared about them since I was excited for them when they first got into NXT proper, but they have not had the same type of feel or I don't know, just level of importance on commentary too, stressing with the rounds and stuff like that as they did in the UK. Because they treated that thing like it was just amazing. Like the production value on everything. When you were getting into the later rounds, everything felt super special when a Heritage Cup match was happening. And it was cool, but I don't get that same feeling when I'm watching it here in NXT. So, and if it was me, I would relegate that to being only used overseas. Have people go to Noah on a pay-per-view and just challenge people for that. You have a really good roster on Noah that would make that Heritage Cup look crazy.
Yeah.
Or just anywhere, like any independent scene that's just not in America, because I think that's where you'll shine having those types of matches. And just unfortunately, it's not going to be here. So
take the Heritage Cup to TNA and let them fight for it.
That could work too.
Like
that could work too. I mean, and it looks like they might be, because the Quarter Catch crew have been on TNA fairly consistently.
Yeah.
So.
What's the new member of the Quarter Catch crew that went to Japan and was killing it out there? That basically replaced Damian Kemp.
The black dude. You're talking about the black dude?
Yeah, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Oh man, I wish I could remember. He just beat their heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
in the tournament.
I saw that.
He is. Oh man, he's gotten over with that crowd tremendously. Tavon Heights, yes, that guy is phenomenal. He's gonna come back and. Whew, I'm excited. He is having a fantastic.
Tavon Heights.
Yeah. He is having he's having a spectacular run in that tournament right now. So he is. Whew, I can't wait.
Rob, I don't know why they said that, because I can promise you, Chase U has been tag champions before. Like, it wasn't long, but they've been tag. See, they want you to forget it. I'm not gonna forget that. I remember them winning in the same arena. And people going crazy. I
don't remember that at all.
So, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I had a dream about it or something. I don't know. But I remember. See, Rob talking about just made it. Man, shut up, Rob. I just knew it. Rob is messing up the show. Lizard on YouTube, appreciate you joining, man. If you're on YouTube, please like the video for us. Adam says, I think Ridge turns on Chase U. I mean, that's probably what they're setting up because nobody trusted Ridge from jump. Heritage Cup, I don't care for it no more. We already been there. Obafemi did a... You're right, WWE fan, he got to go. Obafemi did a call out, open challenge basically. And out of all people, it was answered by Otis, who just took an L on Monday Night Raw.
Bruh.
Good match. Good match between those two, but we couldn't get anybody else. We couldn't get anybody from TNA. We couldn't get anybody from SmackDown. It had to be Otis, who just had a match. SmackDown was in Florida Friday. You couldn't get nobody to come down there early?
I think when I saw this on paper, I didn't even watch this match. I'm just gonna let you know right now. But I did see the powerbomb that he gave him, and I thought that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't. I thought that this was advertised for NXT, and I just didn't have any. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't care to watch it. I was like, Otis and Obafemi are two big dudes, and they're probably gonna go crazy. But
Yep.
Otis's name value is not. It's a mid Carter, and Obafemi is gonna. Even in NXT, he's a main eventer. We need somebody of that caliber, or at least getting there. And Otis seems like he's gonna be stuck in the mid card for the rest of his career. Unfortunately, might be a little harsh thing to say, but
yeah, maybe they just starting off smaller, and then like WWE fans said they can have Josh Alexander or Moose. Adam says he thinks Josh Alexander is going to WWE soon. Speaking of going to WWE, a lot of people are mad that Joe Hendry has been featured on WWE on NXT for the past couple of weeks. Now you're getting people on, that's all I've been seeing on my timeline. This is on my personal timeline on Twitch. This is not even my wrestling. This is not even a dope content one, man. It's just been popping up randomly. A lot of people complaining
people
about.
mad?
Yeah, they complaining about Joe Hendry. It's like, oh, now they're wearing it down now. That WWE doing typical WWE things, wearing his name down, and now it's not even fun no more to say his name and yada yada. Bro, what do y'all
see him
want?
One time and that was it.
Like,
I was gonna say what?
Because y'all getting mad when somebody's not pushed enough when they're over, and then now that they're getting pushed and Sean is putting him on TV every week, he even has a title match coming with Ethan Page, which is probably the reason he didn't win the TNA title. And now you complaining, oh, he's on TV every week. It's not even fun no more. Typical WWE. Bro, shut up.
Shut up, bitch.
Always complaining about something. Never happy. Just losers. I'm gonna keep saying this every week. Every time I see something, internet, IWC, you're losers. If you want to do something, get on WWE 2K if you can afford it. Because most of y'all are still in the basements. If you can afford it, or you get a disability check like I feel like most of y'all do, take that disability check, go over there, buy WWE 2K, and then you do your own universe mode and you put your own people in your storyline. That's what you do. That's what you do. Rob said he's on the second floor. Shut up, Rob. But it's ridiculous, man. Let's just say he's not a WWE guy, so that's why they mad. I mean, bro, well, whatever. Just stop, people. And yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say because I don't want to get canceled or banned. Moving on from that. You got any thoughts about Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page or Ethan Page run in general?
I don't know. I heard a lot of things about how when Ethan Page his contract went up, Shawn Michaels was immediately interested in him, and so I don't know if this run is going to be just a quick transitional thing, or if they even feel like they should do that with Joe Hendry since he's not like their superstar, or what. But it'll be interesting to see when this match happens. When is No Mercy? Is that this month or next month?
I think so. There's so many pay-per-views, PLEs and pay-per-views coming up. I'm getting them all confused because they've been promoting Bad Blood for months. Yeah. So that's been on my mind. And then we know Survivor Series is the obvious. Then you got All In for AEW, then All Out for AEW. So I've just been getting them, and then the move
Oh
to
wow, September 1st. Holy crap!
and then
That's next week, or not next week, but
2 weeks.
yeah, yeah. No, it's 2 Sundays from now.
Yeah, and then you got the move for NXT to the CW, and which is going to be in the arena for the first 2 shows, which is crazy. So yeah, it's just a lot of movement going on. So I know they coming. I'm just getting them all mixed up on when they coming. I know All Out is next. I'm sorry, All In is next, and then All Out right after that, which we're about to get into now. You got anything else on NXT? Anybody standing out? Any women that you see? Anything they should do better?
No, I'm ready to talk about All In.
All right, man, there it is. I'm trying to think, so I don't want to miss nothing. If I do, we'll come back to it. I can't think of nothing else about NXT. They've been cooking. NXT might be the most exciting show on TV right now, wrestling show on TV for the last, let's say, 2.5 months. They've been cooking consistently. They've been the hottest show to me consistently. Raw and SmackDown starting to pick it up. Rob said Wendy Chu to go. I'm not even gonna bring Wendy Chu up because of Dark. You know, he called her a bully way back in the day. Now look what she's doing. So I'm just, the evil Wendy Chu. But
Just calling a spade a spade. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna attack 3 beautiful women like that every week? That doesn't make no sense to me.
well, she's evil now.
She bullied one woman so bad she even got fired. So that was crazy when you think about it. So Mandy Rose's career was looking bright until Wendy Chu came along.
Dang. Well, that's her only fans for that one. And then Vince McMahon, I guess Vince McMahon couldn't touch it, so he's like, you gotta go.
Oh, shoot.
Lizard said NXT is the only thing he watched consistently. Yeah. I mean, NXT has been cooking, man. It's been cooking. So even though I don't like the Heritage Cup,
boy on there.
yeah, I don't like the Heritage Cup. Outside of that, they've been cooking. So, and then Damian Kemp and the other guy from the No Quarter Catch crew that got put in the trunk. Are they fired or what's happening?
I don't know what's going on with. I don't know what's going on with Damian Kemp.
Yeah.
I thought he was not. I think he's fired. I can't confirm that though.
Well. Waffle House. I like the name. I went to SmackDown. Crowds lit fight. Facts. The crowd was lit. Damian Kemp is a free agent. Okay. Well, there it is. Let's get the AEW Dynamite. And if you watch Collision, I have not watched Collision still.
I watched one match off Collision.
Which one was
I watched
that?
it was the tag team #1 contenders match.
Oh, with Christian, the special guest referee?
No. This was the what is it called? That was funny though. That was very funny. But the Acclaim versus FTR. With the winner getting to get the tag team title shot, and that ended up going to a time limit draw. That was a pretty good match. So
okay. Thoughts on AEW Dynamite this week or the last 2 weeks, since it's been about 3 weeks since we've been live?
Well, this week was it was just like it was a good show. It was actually a very, very good show. Which I don't know if it was this week or the week before, but I know there were some problems with, I think it was last week actually, where there was like some flight problems, and that's why the show wasn't as great. But this week they kind of did a lot of good things. They had the stuff with Okada and Claudio, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
Seeing Okada as a heel has just been the funniest thing to me. The match with Mercedes Moné and Shida was amazing, and that started the show off. That was really, really dope. Shoot. And the stuff with Swerve at the end of the show, I thought was great. And I was always nervous about when it started, about how they were going to continue to build him as a face while keeping the same edge that he had while he was a heel. And that hasn't been a problem, and it definitely wasn't a problem on Wednesday when he started talking his stuff. Like, he beat the crap out of Yuta. Then he started walking up the ramp, started talking shit to Bryan and acting like he was leaving. And then when Bryan's back was turned, he just nailed him with the house call and then started doing the yes chant. I was just like, this is I was like, this is great. Like, and then there was a backstage segment that they released on Twitter where Bryan's just like, you said that you're gonna cripple me in front of my daughter. He's just like, well, you're not getting the underdog Bryan. You're not getting this other version of Bryan. You're getting the version of Bryan that's gonna kick your effing head. And I was like, oh shit. So yeah, no, I thought this was a great show. I thought that AEW did like knocked it out of the park this week. So
thoughts on the Mercedes, Britt Baker, Camille, because there was a lot of chatter online about that segment where Britt came through the crowd and everybody was like, she made them look bad because she was taking her sweet time instead of just coming in and attacking. And then they said she made Camille look bad or look stupid because the way I was like, that's how she set up her finisher. And they was like, well, Camille was trying to pull Mercedes and she couldn't do it because the way Britt was laying on her. It was like, that's her finisher. Like, I don't understand how she was supposed to lay. Like, Camille should have known to push her the first time instead of trying to pull her, because she would have, if she was able to pull Mercedes, she actually would have hurt Mercedes. She would have injured Mercedes the way that her arm was set up behind Britt. So it's a good thing that Britt didn't let her pull her, because you wouldn't have no match at All In.
Yeah.
But she did take a lot of time getting to the ring, bro, from the crowd.
I don't know. Britt has been kind of pissing me off these past couple of weeks. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know if it's because she's been there, so she feels like she's getting some type, like she should be getting like precedence over a lot of stuff. But like since she's been gone, like a lot of stuff has changed, and she's still like pulling weight back there and just kind of doing dumb shit. That stuff that got her suspended for 2 weeks, that really just like pissed me off, bro. Like I was just like, this is like your WrestleMania year time. Like you need to be on point. You need to be getting these programs as like heated as they can be going into the big show, the big show, and you're out here, what, just hating on other people for having better matches than you did. So like, I don't know, like that, like I don't know. Britt Baker right now, Britt Baker's low on my list right now, and it's got 100% to do with just the backstage shenanigans with her. So I just don't care for that. So
it's always something. It seems like eventually when it comes to her and another a top star and etc. Maybe she feels entitled because she's the first woman ever signed to AEW. Shout out to everybody on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, please like the video. It's free. Is 2 seconds to do it. Please do that. Did we see the Dark stuff from Wednesday and the heat she was getting from fans? Oh, did Dark see the? Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. I don't know if he saw it though.
So what?
Britt Baker, the heat that she's getting online from fans. Yeah, we're kind of talking about that now.
Shoot, I guess I'm on board with them.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
He agrees.
Glad I'm not the only one. yeah, 100%. Shoot.
So yeah,
it's deserved. Act accordingly, and the fans won't hate you like that. Stop doing dumb stuff backstage, and people won't have a problem with you.
Well, the crazy thing is, they all hate Mercedes too. So they go boo both of them in All In.
The hate that Mercedes is getting is kind of crazy. I saw somebody post something today about how who was it? Oh, it was Jonathan Coachman. I saw that it was on YouTube. He was talking smack about her because he's just saying like how like her promos, all of her promos in AEW have been terrible. All she does is talk about how WWE is bad, and I was like, Jonathan, let's sit down for a second.
Did she say that?
I doubt it. I haven't heard that.
Not in the promo.
Maybe no. And that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, let's be 1001% honest. Mercedes has always been mid on the mic, and it doesn't even matter where she's been, right? Even in NXT, in WWE, here in AEW, her promo ability has always just been like subpar. Like it's been good enough. But her wrestling ability has always outshined that.
Yeah. By
like a million miles. So it's just like, I saw stuff like that and I'm just like, what? I was like, what are you trying to do right now? Pandering to a certain crowd for whatever reason. I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. But, be real about your assessment.
Yeah, like Get the Table said, she feels out of place. And it's because she is out of place, honestly. Not wrestling wise. She's a great wrestler. But the fact that they don't hide her weakness like they did in WWE. Like they let her have 5 to 7 minutes to talk instead of just saying, hey, go out there, say your hits, get to the point, attack somebody, get out, like they did in WWE. So, and again, they should have brought her in. I've been saying this from day one. They should have brought her in as a heel, because I already knew that type of crowd wasn't go rock with Mercedes coming out dancing and smiling. I knew they wasn't gonna rock with that for a long time. So from day one, I was tweeting, make her a heel. She needs to be a heel. And the crowd kind of just forced her hand to do it. And it's just like, okay, now you let them force your hand, but now they really hate her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, oh, she's a dope heel.
Yeah.
They actually don't like her now for whatever reason. So he said Mercedes and AEW reminds you of Bret and WCW. Kind of, yeah, that's a good comparison, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good comparison, actually. She will benefit from evolving her character. She's the boss. She's the CEO. That's what made her the richest woman in wrestling. Why would she change her character? If she's the richest woman in wrestling, if you do something at your job that makes you the richest person in your field, why would you change? Because somebody booed you and got mad and said, I don't like your character. So what? My money and my pockets like my character. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't change it either until somebody forced me to change it. Because she could easily go back to WWE whenever she choose, and they're gonna pop for her when she gets back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, are we hyped for All In like last year? Not like last year, no. Do I feel like the card is weaker? I really don't even. It's been so hard for me to like keep up with AEW, mainly because I haven't seen Collision, but I haven't seen Collision in a while. But and I know Collision got some matches on there, but it's just kind of been been meh for me, right? Like I'm excited to see Bryan and Swerve. Before we get into All In, because I don't want to jump the gun. Fire match between Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I haven't seen that match, but I heard good things about it.
Them boys killed it. So shout out to them. Speaking of somebody's weakness, we talked about Mercedes' weakness. They put Hook on the mic, and they gave Hook time on the mic, and they gave her time on the mic. Him time on the mic. And it was bad. It was bad. Did you see this?
No, but I'm gonna watch it now.
It was bad. I'm sorry. Like, he doesn't sound tough. It was just it wasn't good, bro. I don't want to talk bad about Hook, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Waffle House, what did he say? He said something about Mercedes comic. Hold on. What all-time great never tweaked or changed their character though? She has tweaked and changed her character a couple of times. It's just minor things. Y'all want her to do a whole overhaul of her character. She's not doing that right now. She doesn't have to, but she's definitely made tweaks from NXT to now. It's definitely been tweaked. So, okay, you think she has? No, well, I think she has, and it is what it is. You don't see it, I do. That's just what it is. That's how wrestling is most of the times. Dark, what you think? Have she made tweaks in your opinion?
I mean, the most noticeable one, I guess, would have been going from a face to a heel. I mean, so yeah, she's had to have made some changes, and I think that change was a good change in general because her as a face was not, like you said, it wasn't really that great. She came out for like the past first 3 weeks of her start in AEW, was saying the same thing about how she almost lost her career and she's ready to get started and this, that, and the third. But I'm sure it was sincere, but it just didn't feel like just right. Like it started to feel a little monotonous by the fourth time we heard it. So this has been a good change for her. I think giving her time with Camille for them to get that fleshed out more, I think that's going to make things a lot more interesting for that. Because I don't know. I know Camille's been in NWA, but I don't know if she's had any type of long-term exposure into like a nationally televised like environment.
She was a beast in NWA too.
She was. So I think in the starting points of this, it's gonna feel a little clunky sometimes. But I think if we just give them a little more time, I think this will get more fleshed out, and this is gonna end up working out a lot better. And I think we are gonna get a really good story out of it too, especially when Camille decides to do things for herself. So
Liza say all she needs is Will Ospreay to do the CEO dance one time at All In, and we're good on Mercedes. And then as far as Hook, he says just give that man a bag of Doritos and let him kick ass, and that's it. Facts, because that promo was bad. I was just like, please stop talking. Like, I was cringing, and I don't cringe doing promos. I was like, shut up. Right? It wasn't good. Chris Jericho.
Dunk, what's up? How you doing?
Nasty Dunk in the building. Make sure you follow him as well. Humble Bug Gaming in the building. Make sure you follow him as well. He said, where can I buy a shirt? What shirt? Which shirt? What shirt? I don't know what shirt you're talking about. Because you talking about my merch? You talking about Mercedes merch? Like dark merch? Like what we talking about? But appreciate you joining. Appreciate everybody on YouTube and Twitch as well. Chris Jericho, his character, it's growing on me because it's so annoying, but it's funny. The hi guys, it's hilarious when he does it now. I hated it at first, but now he just kept it going, and it just started getting funnier and funnier to me, man. And then the fact that Brian Keith is involved, that's pretty much the main reason I want to, that I like it now, because Brian Keith is getting the opportunity to show some character. Mm-hmm. So, overall thoughts on that?
I wouldn't say I've always liked this new character of Jericho, but I think I was more acceptable of it sooner than a lot of people. And I think it's funny how well this character is working.
Yeah.
Just based off of that, he's being like the most obnoxious version of himself.
Right.
And I think that's why everybody's just like is just into it. Like, it's every single thing that a troll or anything would say off of the internet. He's portraying that version of Chris. So I think people at this point, they get the joke, and they're just like, okay, like, joke's on us for even saying these things in the first place, because now we're seeing it every week. So I think it's good. I like it. And I do like that Brian Keith is there more so than anything too, because Brian Keith has been talented for a long time, and now that he's able to get out there and get some type of exposure and get to learn alongside Jericho too. Jericho's, if you like just like listen to what this dude's saying, you can learn a lot, especially in how to gain longevity in wrestling, period. So I'm glad that he's with him as well. So
facts. So
I'm not looking forward to this match at All In though, because this is gonna be terrible. So
is it him versus Hook?
Oh, it's Jericho versus Hook, and if Hook loses, he can't challenge for the FTW title again. And yeah, so this is the bathroom break match, unfortunately.
Well, early prediction.
And when is Hook gonna challenge for anything else other than the FTW title? That's another question I have.
I mean, he did face Samoa Joe. They tried to build that up, but
damn, that did happen. I forgot.
Yeah, he did face Samoa Joe. Get Table said he hates the character, but he will give him credit. He's the king of reinventing himself. We get that match at All In over Okada and Claudio. Okada and Claudio is not at All In?
Okada's not even on the card.
What?
Oh, yeah, so that has to change. I'm assuming that they will put it there next week. If not, then it's going to be a TV match, and that'll be great. Or it's possible that they be, because All Out is going to be after All In again. So they might want to save that for the next week. So
okay, well,
but that's kind of crazy. Not having Okada at your biggest show of the year.
Yeah, then we had
actually, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I just realized that they're having the Casino Gauntlet. I mean, Okada could show up in that too, couldn't he?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. We already talked about Swerve attacking Daniel Bryan, which Swerve has been killing it. Swerve, everybody kind of have their thoughts about his reign and him not being featured as the guy like on the posters and stuff. That's been a thing on the internet, which I kind of get it. Swerve should, his name and World Heavyweight Championship should be bigger on the posters because he does feel like a mid-carder on the poster, but overall, and then his matches on Collision, I didn't like that. I didn't like that match at all. Who was that he was fighting? Was Shibata?
Who
was he fighting on Collision the other week? Where I can't think of his name right now. The Japanese guy who don't sell anything.
Ishii.
Yes. I hated that match. I didn't like it at all. I'm sorry. So outside of like stuff like that, I think Swerve's run has been great, and Swerve run has been better than Cody's run. We're gonna get into it in a minute. So people talking about Swerve online, you might want to start talking about Cody, because Swerve has been his run up here, Cody's run, right? He says it's happening on Dynamite this Wednesday. Let me see. Okay, I want to make sure I ain't missing no comments. Yeah. So then we had the tag team title match. The Young Bucks, I almost called them New Bucks. Young Bucks defeated Max Caster and them. The Scissor Boys, the Acclaimed.
Who did they win? What? Say that again.
Young Bucks beat the Acclaim.
Oh, okay, that did happen. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, for the tag, it's like it was a good match, but it's like I didn't care.
I don't know why it happened.
Yeah, I just didn't.
There's some matches that Tony be booking right before the pay-per-view that I'm just like, I don't know. Nothing as crazy as the time that he books Punk and Moxley, like the week before.
And Mox destroyed him.
Yeah. I was like, that is an interesting way to book this, but oh man.
I mean, I wasn't mad at that one though, because when Mox destroyed him, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of dope. Because I wasn't expecting that. Like, if you can shock me in wrestling as somebody who's been watching wrestling for so long, I'm all with it. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. So the fact that Mox squashed him, and like, yeah, I wasn't mad at that at all. I actually liked that a lot when he did it. But yeah, that's AEW. I think last week's episode or the episode before this past week was better. MJF has been going on a JBL type run, American run with going to Mexico, and he's the now United States champion, I guess. Now is what it's being called. Oh my
God, bro. Did you see what happened on this show? It was so weird. Like, JBL showed up, and then Rey Mysterio was sending in videos, and there's something else that was, man, I need to find it because I thought it was so crazy. There was a bunch of weird stuff just happening at that Mexican.
JBL escorted Nick Neiman to the ring, and then Nick lost to Alberto Del Rio from a low blow. It was a lot going on. I don't know. Yeah, it was a weird show. Yeah, it was a weird show. You got anything else on Dynamite?
Nah, I'm good. But I do want to ask you, will you be going to All In next year?
Yes, sir, baby. I will be at All In next year. This is dope. This is dope to decide that they want to come to Texas. Texas has been a good crowd. I'm sorry, the DFW area for them has been a great crowd for them. That's why they decided to do this little eSport arena thing where they just kept filming Collision and Ring of Honor, because Dallas has always given them a great crowd. When they come down here for Winter Is Coming, it's been a great turnout every time, and the crowd is live every time. I will give the DFW crowd that they have been live and they've been showing up for the Winter Is Comings and the Collisions and all that. So it's kind of not shocking that he chose Texas to be his first, even though you would think it'll be Chicago or New York the way he loves Chicago, New York, but maybe he don't love Chicago no more because CM Punk is gone. But when is the last time they been to Chicago? She's behind you.
Man.
I see.
It would have been, yeah. Yeah. I think last year, all out, probably last year. I think might have been the last time that I can remember, at least.
So yeah, it's like Texas kind of switched with Chicago. What Chicago was when they kept going there, now they coming to Texas. So
for everything.
I take it. Hey, and then to be the first wrestling event at that new Rangers Stadium, that's dope because that's a dope stadium and it's right next door to AT&T Stadium. Like it's literally walking distance. Only thing in between it is a restaurant / bar called Texas Live. It's right next door to each other. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope to use that venue, man. It's gonna look nice in there. I can tell you that. It's gonna look real nice in there. That's a dope stadium. So and then just be prepared for the next Royal Rumble to follow up in that same stadium. You know how WWE do. So because they're gonna see it, they're gonna be like, yeah, this is a nice stadium. Yeah, it's brand new. It's brand new. So go ahead and WWE will be there soon for like a Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, or some crap like that. We'll see. But overall, AEW, I like the week before versus this past week more. You know, yeah. That's all I got. It's just kind of been. I'm up and down with AEW right now with Dynamite. Like it's a good moments are real good, and the bad moments is like, So it's just it's a roller coaster with AEW right now. So especially considering. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're definitely at a what's the word? A plateau right now. I feel like where we're still getting like the same amount of good in-ring quality, but the entertainment value is starting to just it's not getting worse, but it's not also getting any better. It's just kind of just there. We're leveled out. So, and it's not helping that, you know, Raw and SmackDown and NXT are just consistently now just getting they're elevating. They're getting better. The shows are actually getting crazy good. So, yeah, like I said, I think we had that discussion last week. You know, I don't know what needs to be done, but I think we all actually said the same thing where Tony Khan just needs to start sharing some of that responsibility around to other places. So,
yeah,
I think that'll actually be a big help, but you know.
There it is, AEW in the books. Let's keep it moving. We're doing very good this week, even though we had a whole bunch of BS to start the show. We're still doing very good getting through this. Now, next up, SmackDown, the Battle of the Tribal Chief.
Acknowledge me.
Roman Reigns and Solo going at it. But before we get there, Bayley hasn't been seen since SummerSlam. Shinsuke Nakamura hasn't been seen. AJ Styles hasn't been seen. The Good Brothers hasn't been seen. It's funny that the Street Profits are now getting pushed because after I went on my little rant and tagged Triple H about him not using the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and all that, and the tag division is being lame, here we come with a tournament which led to a fire match between the Street Profits and DIY. That match was fire. It's probably the match of the week. Oh well, I gotta think about that because that triple threat was fire too. But on AEW, but Street Profits are #1 contenders. I already pretty much gave my prediction on if they're winning or not. I say no. Cody Rhodes he challenged Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens didn't want to accept the challenge. When have you ever known Kevin Owens to not accept the title match? Ever. Face heel.
His entire hero persona is based off of him killing people for championship opportunities. That's it.
Yeah, so it
doesn't make any sense.
So I just didn't understand his thing about that. Michin looks like she's going to be the first contender for Nia Jax, which Nia has already beaten her multiple times. But hey, you know, I guess you got to feed her somebody to get your first title defense in. So it might as well be Michin, because Michin is there to make everybody else look better. You know, so.
Did you like that segment?
It was alright.
I was actually big on that segment. I thought it was actually pretty funny. I liked it. I thought it was. I enjoyed it. It got to the part where Pretty Deadly did their musical, and it was incredibly offbeat and just terrible.
Right.
And I was just like, this is. I was like, this got to be a mistake or something like that, or I was just like, this because this isn't working in front of a live crowd. And I think Mia came in at just
perfect timing.
Or Michin, she came in at the perfect time. So that's kind of saved it for me. But I thought it was a pretty funny segment. So
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was just it was almost like an AEW show. It was up and down for me. Because there were certain parts I was like, get this over with. Then there was other parts where like, okay, that's funny. Like when Nia was like, it's too pink. Like I'm not known for pink, which she's not. She's not a girly girl. She's not a Barbie type of woman. And then she was
She's
telling
not
her,
like most girls.
yeah, and she was telling her to kneel down for me. You need to be the first one to kneel. Like basically acknowledge me, like Roman Reigns, right?
Acknowledge me.
And Tiffany found a way to not acknowledge her, and she threw it on the Yes Boys, as I call them. And Jen absolutely hates Pretty Deadly. She hates them. Anytime they're on screen, she gets mad. So it's pretty hilarious. She hates them, man. She don't like them.
I'm gonna make a slideshow presentation to show her about why she should change her mind.
Please do, and I will show it to her. I would definitely show it to her. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I don't know what they're trying to do here. I thought they was gonna break them up, and they still might. But it seemed like it's taking longer than it should. They're dragging this out a little long because 1 minute they're setting each other up in matches that they don't want to be set up in. They side on each other, and then they do an exclusive after the show, and they talk about, well, you doing this to us, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're a team, and we're strong. Like, just get on with it already, because that tag team, it didn't work like I thought it should, in my opinion. So I'm ready to get them over with. Overall thoughts on SmackDown. I don't like. I'm tired of seeing Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory or Grayson Waller. I don't care what the storyline is.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that no more. I love Carmelo Hayes going at it with Andrade. They putting on fire matches, and Carmelo finally got the win. I like the fact that he actually threw after party after telling Bianca Belair, Jade, and Naomi that he was going to throw an after party. He actually threw an after party after the show after winning against Andrade. So that was pretty funny and dope. Good matches. The crowd is starting to get involved with both guys now. So that's what I love about it. Santos is the number one contender, it looks like, for LA Knight. Santos is cutting promos, kind of old school Legado del Fantasma, and it's kind of mixed in.
I saw that and I like that.
Yeah. So and it kind of gave off that Tony D'Angelo vibe too when they was all together as well. So I like that they was doing that. That's pretty nice. Again, everybody has a storyline. It's no throwaway matches and no throwaway segments like it used to be back in the day. Everybody has some type of storyline. I did not like Naomi losing to Blair Davenport clean in their hometown. I didn't like it at all. Didn't like it at all.
It's what she wanted to come back to.
Yeah. I didn't like it at all. It's just Naomi's that type of caliber superstar versus a newbie, quote unquote newbie, and she beats you clean with one knee in your hometown. Okay, whatever.
She is a former champion in Stardom, so I don't know if that carries any weight here, but
not compared, not the way WWE is. So, and then you got Roman coming out, and I like the fact that him and Solo are actually just like they're going at it. Yeah, you got to take this from me, and Solo is standing there fighting them, so they go at it. Where is Tangaloa?
Who cares? The real Samoan werewolf came back. That's all that matters, bro. Oh my lord. Woo!
And he super kicked Roman with the damn boot, which was crazy, and proceeded to beat the crap out of Roman. So this was the heat that they needed coming out of SummerSlam. It came a week later than probably what it should have, but they got the heat regardless. And they beat Roman down. The funny thing about this is Jey Uso was in a dark match after this. So Jey Uso was right there at Gorilla the whole time watching Roman Reigns get beat down. And then he came out. They got it on camera. Somebody in the stands. He came out right after. As soon as Roman disappeared to Gorilla, Jay came out yeeting and dancing. It was funny. It's like, bro, he just got whooped, bro. You ain't gonna help him out. And they were like, nah, F Roman, bro. We still got beef. So Jay was there to watch Roman get beat up. Overall, it was a solid SmackDown for me. I give it a B+. I give Raw a A. NXT, I give it a B+. AEW Dynamite, I gave a B-. Yeah, and SmackDown gets a B+ for me. What's your thoughts on SmackDown?
SmackDown, I thought, was heavily reliant on the Roman factor of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of crazy that even though Roman's not the champion, he's still the most important part of the show. And I think that goes back to what you were saying before about Cody's run right now, because the Cody stuff, I could have. I mean, I'll enjoy the match when it gets there, but just Roman, he has that aura, and what is going on right now with the Bloodline, that is always the consistent thing. The Bloodline seems to be always the big part of SmackDown now. It's just, this is what has been needed. SmackDown has been on a downhill trajectory for a while, and so this is definitely what was needed. And now that we're getting it, it's great. But it kind of draws into question, now that we're getting Roman and Cody back on TV, what is Cody really doing? Where is he going with this? So,
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now that you see what it is with Cody being the champion, do you still agree? Do you still think that he should have won at 39?
Yeah. Because you're talking about 39, not 40?
Not 40, 39. LA.
That's a better question.
I told you it was the right move to have him lose, man. And you saw what happened at 40.
I'm gonna agree with Roman. Because Roman's whole thing was he wanted another year to build up Solo and stuff like that. And if we're looking at this after the whole fact, Solo definitely needed that time to get into this point right now. And we've talked about Solo before, and where there is room for improvement, but I don't even think it gets to this point if he doesn't have a year of another year of just intense, followship by Roman,
right,
leading into WrestleMania 40. So I would say that the right move was made at WrestleMania 39 in having Roman keep the title. So
yeah, I just wanted to hear you say it, Dark. That's all. I just wanted to hear you say it because that was a battle. I remember you being like, no. I was pissed. I was like, brother. I was like, it was the right move at the time, because where was Cody going to go after that? And he just got back. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was he going to go next? Roman's going to disappear, then we do what we doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Then if that's the case, what was going to happen at 40? So it was the right call in my opinion. I still stick by that. Lizzie, it did give them a shock factor because people assumed that Cody was going to win at 39, just off a rip. So I like the fact that Cody lost for this reason that we're seeing now. His run hasn't been great at all. I mean, it ain't been bad, but it's I expected more after finally beating Roman. Like, the AJ stuff was cool. It was cool. I didn't have no problem with the outside of AJ losing every time. That's the only thing I had a problem with. But at the same time, that was Cody's first, challenger. So you're not finna just have Cody lose off rip after beating Roman. So AJ had to lose, unfortunately. But those matches were fire. Even though Cody turned heel a little bit in the I Quit match, AJ, we talked about this too. AJ said I quit. You still threw the steps at him after your mom said do it. So. Yeah, it's a dirty move, Cody. You still hit the man with the steps after he quit, man. I don't know why you did that.
But was he really heel, or was he just being a good son?
His mama a damn heel. What you mean? She a heel. She the biggest heel in the family. So, yeah, she been heel from day one. I already saw past that BS with her. She is a heel. So I'm not trying to get that.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I mean, he's now calling out his opponents because he has nobody that's built up to fight him. Because now Roman is back to fight Solo, so Solo is going out the way. Randy is on Raw, so Randy is out the way. So you just got. We haven't seen Shinsuke again. Shinsuke is nowhere to be found. Bobby Lashley is gone. That could have been something great for him to put him in the storyline with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley whoop his ass a couple of weeks in a row, and then Cody finally gets that win over Bobby. But hey, they didn't see that. They got rid of Bobby, right?
Yeah.
Who else could have been there? I mean, LA Knight is doing the U.S. title thing right now. Bronson Reed is on Raw. Maybe they send Bronson Reed after he done with Seth. Him and Seth do their thing. Maybe they send Bronson Reed over there like they sent Randy to Raw. Maybe they do that, and they give you that big guy right there that can do some damage. Because on SmackDown, I can't really think of nobody that's I can't think of nobody off the top of my head. So I guess it had to be Kevin Owens. I just hate the way they went into it. I really hate the way they went into it. Roman, who's the bigger babyface, Roman or Cody?
I would say Roman right now.
You know how crazy that sound to say that?
Yeah.
But this is what they wanted all along. This was the plan for Roman to be the biggest babyface and the face of the company. And it's crazy that Paul Heyman had to get involved and like, no, let's turn this man heel. Let's do this tribal chief character. Stop trying to force him as a face. Let's just let him be a badass. And then all he had to do was lose a match, leave, and come back. And he's the biggest face of the company. That's it. It was that simple. So, yeah, B+ for SmackDown. Anything else that you got for it?
No, I think I'm good on SmackDown. It was a pretty good show this week, I thought. And I was very surprised to see Jacob Fatu come back so early, but I'm glad that he did. So, because they need him. So
that's a good sign that he's back. I don't know what's going on with Tonga Loa. I don't know what's going on with him. And like I said, I gave my idea of how they're going to set up this War Games. That's the only thing I could think of off the top of my head. Is, you know, Sammy and Jay win the tag titles on Raw thanks to Priest costing them the title, or the Rhea costing them the title, either one of those. And then the Bloodline they'll beat, you know, Street Profits and all that. Push play the DJ in the building. What's good, bro?
Yeah.
We was talking about your debut earlier, man, on Raw, man. You know, but yeah, it was B+ show. I had to push. I saw your video, bro. Me and Jen laughed, bro, when it happened. Look, we're out talking about WDB. Do you see Roman getting the match with how do they do Roman before Survivor Series, in your opinion?
How do they do Roman before Survivor
Like,
Series?
does he have a match or two before Survivor Series, or do they just keep doing this? And when is he going to finally talk again?
That's what I've been waiting on. I've been waiting on him to what is it called? Have a promo since coming back, but he hasn't even said a word. So, I'm not sure. I think I feel like they're just riding out this whole thing with Roman until Survivor Series. And when is that? November?
Yeah.
Or is Bad Blood in November?
No, Bad Blood's in
So
October.
Bad Blood is in October. Okay. And Berlin is Berlin this month? Is that in a couple weeks?
I think it's after All In.
Oh my lord!
I forgot about Bash in Berlin. You're right.
Yeah.
I think that's after All In. Right after it. They've been doing their pay-per-view so fast, bro.
Yeah, we only have 3 matches for that card. That's crazy.
The Bash is on the 31st.
Yeah, we've got Gunther and Orton, Cody and Owens, and the Terror Twins, Priest and Ripley against the Judgment Day. Dominic and Liv.
I would be excited for that mixed tag match if it was old school, and they would have all 4 competitors actually get in the ring and mix it up. Like, I know they don't want to have like the men hitting the women, but it's wrestling. Yeah. They don't have to punch them or kick them. Do something like that where, yeah, they can still do the slams and the holds and all that. There's just no punching and kicking when it comes to men hitting the women. That's just my thing. So that technically is not, you're not abusing a woman, but you are in a wrestling competition, and you guys are doing wrestling moves on each other. Now the woman, of course, is going to get her hits in because that's just how it is. They can do it. So, but yeah, if Liv Morgan hops on Priest back again, put up in the Razor's Edge one time and see if she do it again. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see how they do it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. We'll see how they do it. I didn't really watch Collision. You got some on that?
No. Like I said, the only match that I saw was that tag match, and the tag match was good. But I kind of don't care for the fact that it's gonna be just these three teams. I didn't know. For some reason, when I saw this, the fact that they would tie or go to a draw and then both get accepted in this match, that didn't even cross my mind. Because the first thing that crossed my mind was that I've seen the Young Bucks and the FTR too much. I've seen the Young Bucks and the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
I mean, that match just happened. So I was like, I don't really need any type of iteration of these groups. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I love the Young Bucks like a lot. I think they're great, but I think they've heavily relied on them too much in their tag team division, and I think they just need to give somebody else a chance, like any other team. Honestly,
what happened to that tag team division? Because they used to be so fire. That was like their biggest thing, bringing tag team wrestling back, and tag team wrestling meant a lot there. I know they got the Lucha Bros probably leaving. I think that's the rumor. I don't know, but like it used to just be, you used to see like hella tag teams, man. Like, and it just kind of went away, man. What happened? You see the same three in tag matches, in tag title matches, like you said. So I don't know how that happened or exactly when it happened, but it's just like, yo, this is not what made them hot. So it is what it is. That was their first title defense since winning the tag titles, by the way, this past Wednesday. So it's real WWE-ish what they're doing, or old school Vince McMahon WWE-ish. Let me say that. Well, you know what I say about Triple H too, because he had a good 2 weeks, I ain't gonna put him up there yet. November they have 2 PLEs. WWE. Oh, because they going back to Saudi in November as well.
Oh,
yep,
Lord.
they going back to Saudi. So, okay, well, Saudi's been better, I guess.
They need the money.
Yeah, they need it, right? They need it. If you have the All-In card, we can do those predictions, and then we'll get up out of here. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Appreciate you. Make sure you follow MT Darkness. MT Darkness with 2 5s instead of 2 S. If you're on YouTube, just hit the follow button if you haven't, or the subscribe button on YouTube is what it's called. Or hit the like button. Thank you for the likes. The likes help the channel go a long way. It helps the video go a long way. And it's absolutely free. We was doing TikTok, and people was coming in, and TikTok was causing too much hell. I'm sorry. So TikTok, you just gonna have to catch clips. That's just what it is. But shout out to everybody on Twitch, man.
All right. So for the first match, we've got, I guess for the pre-show, it's Statlander and Stokely Hathaway against Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii in a mixed tag match. Whoever wins gets to choose the stipulation of the match they'll have, the singles match that they'll have at All Out the next week. So, yeah.
Statlander is gonna win, and Stokely.
I agree with that. All right, so then we've got on the main card, we've got Toni Storm against Timeless Toni Storm against the Glamour of Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Championship.
I forgot Toni Storm was still the damn champion.
This has actually been a pretty good program. I've actually enjoyed most of
but
this,
they like moved it to Collision the last couple of weeks.
So you haven't
And
seen anything.
I don't get to watch.
I was gonna say a lot of this stuff that's been happening on Collision has been pretty crazy too.
Yeah, so she beat up London Dior, by the way. Don't do London like that, Mariah. She didn't do nothing to you. London hopefully will be on the show soon. She's another Dallas DFW. Her and Maya World are actually best friends in real life. So, don't be doing London like that, Mariah. But I got Mariah winning. I think it's time.
All right, I agree. MJF versus Will Ospreay for the American Championship.
Lizard says Stokely finna hit a double moonsault. Get out of here with that. Ospreay, especially in his hometown, like that's.
Oh yeah.
And then I mean,
I think-
he's getting booed a little bit in America because he's talking. I hate the storyline that they gave them for this. I understand they're trying to make Ospreay the super face for his hometown, but they didn't need to do this storyline for that.
Yeah.
So, because now you got this man getting booed, and these idiots, USA, like, the Olympic time too. It was bad time to do that storyline. But I got Ospreay winning.
Yeah, I think this will set up for their rubber match, so I think he's gonna win too. We have Jack Perry versus Darby Allin, and on Collision this week, Jack Perry actually unveiled a new TNT championship that looks not great. So, did you see this, Dope?
Yeah, that might be the only title that can compete with Jeff Hardy's TNA custom title as the ugliest title I've ever seen in my life. I got Darby.
I will stick with Jack Perry. I think he's going to take it. Mercedes Moné against Britt Baker for the AEW TBS Championship.
It'll make sense if Darby wins. I'm sorry, if Jack wins going back to last year's All In. So Jack can have that moment. I go back and forth with this one. You would think off rip that Britt wins because she just came back and Mercedes has another title. And Tony is about doing that feel good stuff, but at the same time, Britt has kind of been the headache in the back, almost like their version of Shawn Michaels from '97 and '98. So I don't know. Mercedes does have. She says she has creative control as well too, so that's the thing. I don't know why she said that, but she said it. I'm gonna take Mercedes for that reason alone.
All right, I kind of agree. I don't actually. You know what? I'll just play devil's advocate and say Britt Baker would win because I feel like Tony would want to give Britt Baker her moment. So,
I mean, it's
Orange Cassidy. Huh?
You got the highest paid woman in wrestling. You think she she basically showed her face for the first time at that event last year. So I'm just saying.
The Casino Gauntlet match. So this could pretty much go any way.
Right.
So
we can skip that.
Okay. So I was gonna say I can't even throw any names.
Yeah.
Jericho versus Hook. Hook. I don't even care about this, but I'm gonna say Hook wins. This is just to give Hook a win on a big show. So
Jericho should win after that horrible promo by Hook this week, but Hook is gonna win. Hook is gonna win. He's gonna keep that title that he's stuck with. Y'all remember 2 years ago, everybody was getting on this podcast in the comment section talking about when I was like, "Hey, Dom is gonna end up having a better career," and it was like, "Oh no, Dom sucks and Hook is doing this, Hook is doing that." And now look at you. Anyway, Hook is gonna win. The forever FTW champion.
Second, okay.
Who you got on that?
Yeah, Hook shouldn't. Well, Hook. There's no reason for Hook to lose. I think that Hook's. Yeah, this is just he's just being put on the card to just get a win in Wembley. So
yeah.
Yeah. The Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaimed for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. I feel like the Acclaimed are probably going to take it. I think they're going to be the dark horse in this and take it from both of these teams. So,
you said the Acclaim?
Yeah.
Didn't FTR and Young Bucks fight last year at this event?
Yep.
And FTR won?
Yep. No, the Young Bucks won, I think. I think the Young Bucks won. Let me check.
Yeah, let me know because that's going to factor into my... But I'm leaning towards what you said, the Acclaim. So I feel like both of those other teams had their moments at that event.
Oh, FTR won last year, actually.
Okay, so I don't think they're going to have FTR win it again in that event. Young Bucks, I think, is time for them to lose because they really haven't done nothing with those titles this go around. But I mean, the Acclaim, people are turning on the Acclaim too, man. I see stuff all the time on social media how they don't like Max anymore. So this is
that
tough.
Makes sense.
This is tough. You know what? I'm gonna change that. The Young Bucks gonna win. Yeah.
Okay. The Patriarchy, Christian Cage, and Killswitch. Wait. Okay, no. All right. The Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne against the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn against the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews against a fourth team in a four-way London ladder match for the AEW World Trios Championship. I didn't even realize that this was on the card. I don't know how I missed something this big.
Well, because Christian did spear Buddy Murphy.
That did happen. That did happen.
I did see that.
That was hilarious. That was fantastic.
Yeah, 14. That's crazy.
So I don't know who the last team is going to be. But
That makes me think that it's going to be whoever that surprise team is. I want to say House of Black because they the team that needs to win. And that's the team that deserves it the most, in my opinion. But now that you said it's a 4th team, I think that surprise team, whoever that is going to be the winner.
House of Black won last year. I'm just gonna go with the Bang Bang Gang just because I like them as a team. So I kind of hope that they win something. So even though they did win last year, so against Bryan Danielson for the AEW Championship, and Bryan's career is also on the line.
I've been going back and forth with this one too.
I think Swerve wins. But I could also see it going the other way too, because if Bryan won, then you could do something similar to Ric Flair's retirement matches in WWE, where every pay-per-view they had the stipulation where if he lost this match, then it was his last. It was his last time in the company. So every time that he had a match, whether it was at the Royal Rumble, whether it was at a B show, everybody was tuning in to see Ric Flair, because if he lost that match, then that was the last time you were going to see him. So you could do the same thing with Danielson. So
this is a tough one, man. This would be major for Swerve if he won this match. You beat Ospreay, and then you retire Danielson. Like, only thing next for you is to take out Kenny Omega and Moxley. And then you beat Adam Hangman Page to get there. So that'll put Swerve on a completely different level if he won that match. But like you said, your option is a good option. They can do the retirement match, Danielson win, because he said he went from saying I would never wrestle full time again after my contract. So he necessarily don't have to be there all the time, but he can just set up quick little things here. Oh, this guy challenged me, bet we'll see it the next pay-per-view, and that's the only time you see him wrestle. And so that way he still got his little break. But what better way for Bryan to go out versus Wembley Stadium outside of WrestleMania? It's in the main event world title match. It's really not a better way to end it. There's a lot of wrestlers that wish they could have ended it like that. He has the opportunity to do it. So does he say, okay, I am actually done and this is it? Or does he say, you know what, let's do part-time dates as the champion so I can say I've accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish, including AEW championship? Like, I'm struggling with what's more important to him, retiring at Wembley Stadium versus actually accomplishing the goal of becoming AEW champion, then retiring. So I'm struggling with that. You said Swerve?
Yeah, I said Swerve.
That's tough. I'm struggling. Since you said Swerve, I'll just say Bryan, just for that reason. But I'm struggling. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I'm struggling to pick a winner on that one. So I'm definitely looking forward to that match the most, because I really don't know who's going to win. And overall excitement outside of that match, I'm not as excited as last year, because last year was the first, so it's hard to top the very first, right? But I think this card has an opportunity to be better, to put on a better show than what last year did.
Yeah.
So
I think so too. And actually, looking at it from top to bottom, it actually looks like a pretty solid show. So, with take out the Chris Jericho Hook match, it looks like a pretty good show.
Right. So, and we'll see. Maybe they get somebody. Maybe Samoa Joe comes back for the Hook match or something like that. Maybe he pops back up. So that'll be a nice surprise to get him back. I don't know if he's filming a movie or he's injured. I don't know what happened to Joe. Can't remember. But yeah, that'll be dope. That's all I got on All In. All Out. We'll get to that when we get to it, because it's just crazy that he does it the very next week and expect people to pay money again. Which All Out was better than All In last year to me.
Last year, yeah.
But at the same time, come on, man.
That had Omega and Konosuke Takeshita. That match was insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why that wasn't on fucking All In. Lord.
So, anything else you got for wrestling? TNA, anything?
Nope. I did not watch TNA this week, so.
I didn't either.
We've kind of covered everything that I've seen throughout the week, so.
There it is. Appreciate everybody coming through. Thank y'all for joining on Twitch. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Adam, Lizard, G Dog, Rob, Push Play the DJ, Get the Tables, WWE fan as always. The Waffle House guy that wanted to argue with me then disappeared after I gave my opinion about Mercedes Renee. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody. I said Greg, AJ on YouTube, appreciate you. Chump ass, appreciate you. If I missed you, I apologize, but thank y'all for joining. He said Nick Nemeth and Josh Alexander. They already fought. I thought that was gonna be at a pay-per-view. I didn't know that was this week. Nick Nemeth and Josh Alexander. I thought they were setting that up for a pay-per-view. Yeah.
Oh no, they did. They fought this week, and then it went to a time limit draw. Which I've never seen a match go to a time limit draw in TNA, but it was the first time for everything.
What's next for Jordan Grace?
Shoot, I don't know. Probably what's that thing called? Probably at WWE.
Well,
she's got to be signed by then. I mean, there's no way. Because
I expected to see more of her than Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry just kind of took her spot. He pushed that they doing the Iron Man match. That's gonna cook.
Oh shit!
Look,
Zack Sabre Jr. won the G1. Oh my god!
Shout out to him.
That's insane. He is the second Gaijin to win the G1, right behind Kenny Omega.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, shout out to him. We already kind of gave our opinions on Impact, on TNA. Like me personally, I'm hoping that their work with NXT will give them a TV deal, a better TV deal, and especially with them moving, you know, what's the name? NXT moving from the USA Network and SmackDown. Maybe they could work something out with USA or something, or C. I don't know about CW. They look too raunchy for CW, but we'll see. They just get a better TV deal, but again, I will put more TNA and I'll put more NXT title matches on TNA. Put the Heritage Cup in some matches in TNA, because they got some guys. Jake Something is a freaking beast. I've seen this man in person and on TV. This guy's is a monster. So I think he will fit perfectly in some of those matches for the Heritage Cup. He's the type of guy that will fit perfectly in those type of matches. So hell, Mustafa Ali, put him in some of those matches. Like, just move some people around, mix these tag teams in. You know, you had Jordan Grace come to NXT, have Roxanne go over there until Julie and them come. So I'm just saying. So yeah, they got NXT talent being included in Ultimate X. That's pretty dope as well. But I'm just saying, mix them in. That's all I'm saying. But I would say do show of the week. Do you have a show of the week real quick? Or is that something you got to think about?
I'd probably give it to Raw.
Yep. Raw. If I had to do a superstar of the week, it'll be probably Swerve.
I was gonna say Swerve too.
Yeah. So, wow, there it is. We did it real quick on the fly. Raw show of the week, superstar of the week. So we'll start bringing that back. We did it good on timing. Actually, no, we're starting to go bad on timing now. Let's get up out of here. Thank y'all for joining. we was doing good, and yeah, we did the all in, and that's what pushed it past the hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for joining, man. Anything you want to shout out before we get off?
Oh man, thanks everybody that came through, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bad, there it is. We're about to get up off of here. Next week, if we do it next week, it'll be an hour and 30 minutes. We're gonna stop it there no matter what. Again, we went 25 minutes over time tonight. We're trying to keep it where y'all don't be here all night, and we don't want to be here all night either. Even though we love y'all, we still don't want to be here all night. Just saying. And I don't think we have a prediction. Do we have a prediction for pay-per-view next week? If so, I'll start thinking about how we do the show next week.
Okay.
And then we'll make sure it's an hour and a half tops. You know, I try to shoot for like an hour 15, but when we're doing every show of the week, it's kind of hard to do that. So, and give you good stuff. So, appreciate y'all, man. Until next time, we out. Y'all be safe.
Yeah.